Missed an episode of your favorite podcast? Choose from over a decade of content in our archives, not just the latest episode. All free at GCNlive.com.
This is your call to action. Get prepared, America. Economy, survival, energy, disasters. This is USAPrepares.com. Informative radio, educational radio. Interact now by emailing instructor@USAPrepares.com or text at 434-390-7953. Class, please take your seats. Now, your instructor, Vincent Finelli.
Watch the greenbacks tumble.
Everyone all set, cocked, locked. Here we go. Your dial set correctly to USAPrepares.com. We're delighted that you're here. And we're broadcasting 2 hours from high atop the Missouri Ozark Mountains. And if you'd like to call us, we'll pay for the call. The call-in number is 866-582-9933, 866-582-9933. There's a link to all of your instructors on the website, USAPREPARES.com. Aaron is engineering the broadcast at GCN in Minnesota. Captain John Regan's with us. Welcome, Captain John Regan.
Good morning, Vincent. I was wondering if you're going to be able to find the microphone switch this morning.
Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. There's about 100 dials, switches, and knobs on this one piece of gear. That's just one piece. That's to my immediate left. So you're right. And then there's probably another, if you count the rest of the equipment, probably another 100 buttons, keycaps, and so forth, and dials, and yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to remember. And this is, this is my second day back. So I think another 3 or 4 weeks, and I might have some of this back in my memory. Hey, John, this broadcast is powered by the sun. I mean, 100% of the broadcast on my end right here in Missouri is powered by the sun. I want to share with you something very interesting. On Friday, I talked to our local electric cooperative, and I talked to the head engineer there, and I said, so let's talk about solar and how it works with you guys, and I talked about grid tie systems, standalone systems. So a grid tie system is where you have solar panels, you have an inverter, and you send electricity back to the grid. So the grid acts as your battery bank. And he said, yeah, you can do that. Now, I said, what about the meters? He said, well, we have to put another meter in because the meter that you have will measure current in both directions. So like if you apply power from your solar power system, you'll have to pay for the power you generate. So what they've done, they didn't say it in exactly those words, but what has happened is our old analog meters were really neat. So if you had your grid tie system and you generated, let's say 1,000 watts, very small amount, you could actually run your meter backward if you weren't consuming 1,000 watts. If you're consuming less than that, the meter would actually run backward. And then when you're consuming more than you were generating on your system, on your personal system, then if you were generating more, the meter would run backwards. If you were generating less than you were consuming, the meter would run in the normal direction. So now I have to have 2 meters. 2 meters if I want to use a grid tie system. One to measure how much we're generating, and the other to generate how much, or to measure how much we're consuming. And that was one of the reasons for these smart meters. Because the other meters, you could just hook up a grid tie system and be good to go. Utility wouldn't like that so much, but you could hook it up and the meter would get run backwards. Not these new meters. Nope, the new and improved version will charge you for the electricity that you generate. Boy, this is maddening, absolutely maddening. So what I'm going to do is I have an old electric meter that I bought on eBay. I'm going to hook that up. I'm going to measure how much electricity I'm generating, and I'm going to compare that to how much they think I'm generating. And it looks like we have to have 2 meters. Now, the next question is, are they going to charge us for 2 meters? They're going to charge us $150 if we want to connect to their system to generate our own power. And that's in the meantime until we buy our battery, our full battery banks. But right now we have a battery bank. It's a small one. It's enough to run this broadcast, and that's what we're doing. So this broadcast is powered by the sun as a standalone system. It's just not large enough to power the entire farm. And that's what we're working on, identifying the best battery solution that we can find. So that's the update on the solar system that's powering USAprepares.com, the broadcast classroom. John Regan, I'm at the financialstateoftheunion.com. I've clicked on the news tab. Where shall we start this morning?
Well, we'll start with something that I didn't get a chance to post. I'm working on this special report. Basically, I'm doing this because I'm looking at things and I'm seeing that I just don't think there's time to get any more books out there. So I'm trying to get this really important information out and try to do it as quickly as possible because I'm seeing those mile markers just flash by faster than ever. And I didn't get a chance to get this one written and posted. I believe the title of it will be The Watchman of Ezekiel. And what that does is, I'm not sure if most people know, there's actually 2 types of watchmen in the book of Ezekiel. In Ezekiel 3, we have the spiritual watchman. And I'm about 99% of the way saying that if you're a Christian, then you're an Ezekiel 3 watchman, because it's your duty to inform others and give them the warning. And just put an exclamation on that. Shortly after we joined the church that we went to in Springfield, they had a revival, and the guy that came in played a short video from Penn Jillette. And you can find this on YouTube if you search for Penn Gets a Bible, and that's Penn with 2 N's. And he talks about this time when after the show, the Penn and Teller show in Vegas, that this man came up to try to give him a Bible because Penn is a very devout atheist. And the way he approached this, one, for me, it was a little amazing. Unlike a lot of atheists that, make fun of Christians for believing, he was actually very complimentary. And what he said, if this doesn't light your fire, I'm not sure anything will, is that if this is what you believe, that a person is going to spend an eternity in a place that you don't really want to be, then how much do you have to hate somebody to not share it with them? That's, in my words of what he said. You can listen to what he said. It's only a 5-minute video. So that's the one watchman. The second watchman's in Ezekiel 33, and this is pretty much the position that I believe I found myself in. And this is the physical watchman. And this is the watchman on the wall looking for trouble coming. And, if he sees a sword coming, he's supposed to alert the people so that the people can take action. And while, I'm not seeing, perhaps I am seeing an attack, but not in the ways of the way things were in a walled city. What I am seeing is something just as deadly as the sword coming at us through this financial problem. And that's kind of the bottom line of why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I just wanted to put that in there as part of the puzzle for when I pull all these pieces together at some point hopefully in the next few weeks. Some of this is would have been, many chapters in a book, and I'm trying to rearrange it and summarize it as best I can to get it into, the broadcast time that we have. So,
John, I've asked every one of our instructors at one time or another, have you been called to be with us, come to the expo, teach at the expo, come on the air with us, come to the meetups, make the information that you're knowledgeable in available to others? Have you been called from outside the body to do this, some kind of a spiritual way? Every single one of us has said yes. There's been no exception. Interesting, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And the financial information that we covered today, boy, I'll save that for that. Let me go ahead and we're running out of time for this segment. We've talked about how we've got all these government workers out there, and how you pretty much have to have them die to get rid of them. Well, apparently that's not even enough anymore. And this link is in the government smart section. New York City managed to fire a government worker who died a year and a half ago, and they had to take this to court. And when he didn't show up for the hearing, the judge allowed the city to fire him.
Well, it reminds me of the story I told last week off the air about I had a government job many decades ago, and I had this government secretary, and I would come in the morning, and this was the days of the IBM Selectric typewriter. This was before personal computers really started becoming widespread. And so I'd go up to her and I'd say, "Good morning. Can you take a memo now?" "Vincent, I just got here." "Okay." Come back a little while later. "Can you take a memo now?" I'm getting ready to go on break." "Can you take a memo now?" "It's almost lunchtime. I just got back from lunch. I'm going on my afternoon break. It's almost time to go home." That's what it's like. How many of you want to learn how to dig up bugs, worms, and raise crickets for food? Do you prefer to eat them dried and crunchy or while still alive? Well, you won't have to if you can defend your food supply from predators. You may want to get an AR-15 kit from guns80.com and build your own AR-15 rifle from a kit. If you can legally own a rifle, you can purchase this AR-15 kit. If you're handy, you can complete the rifle in about an hour. The kit comes with all the parts you're going to need to build your rifle, but you'll need a drill press. And survivalists need one anyway. The Guns80.com team purchased the same used floor-standing drill press that I have for $100. You can too. And when you're finished, you'll have a paperwork-free AR-15 rifle, a drill press, drill bits, and the knowledge to maintain your AR-15 rifle, all for less than you expect. So if you want a paperwork-free AR-15 parts kit like mine, visit Guns80.com, Guns80.com, and let the unprepared have our share of the bugs.
Mike Stenerson from Midas Resources. At no time in history have precious metals been more important, certainly not in my 22 years in the industry. The dollar has lost over 90% of its value in the last 60 years. No fiat currency has ever survived the government printing presses. Ours is not immune. The time is now to be proactive. 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. Anything tied to the dollar is at risk. CDs, annuities, 401ks, IRAs, stocks, bonds, you name it, so decide. Do you want to leave a legacy of wealth or debt for your family? The choice is yours. Call me at 1-686-2237, extension 116. That's 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. Be proactive, not reactive. Call 1-800-686-2237, extension 116.
Sciatica, lower back pain, hip pain, poor posture. If you suffer from any of these problems, get ready to relax. Introducing an amazing product that's been in the market for over 25 years, the Sacro Wedgie. It was invented by a football coach using a common sense osteopath technique. He created this device to help his athletes by isolating and supporting the sacrum, which is the keystone of our anatomy. This wedge-shaped bone is in the center of our hips, where a lot of pain starts. Simply relax 20 minutes daily on the amazingly simple Sacro Wedgie and let gravity do the work, helping muscles rebalance and start releasing nerves. Sit in the Sacro Wedgie at the computer or while traveling to help correct posture to finally help relieve those stubborn aches and pains for only $33.95. It's made in the USA, so click the family-owned website at sacrowedgie.com, spelled SACROWEDGY.com, or call 1-800-737-9295. That's 1-800-737-9295. Relax your back pain away with the Sacro Wedgie.
KDArmor.com is your one-stop shop for the most affordable body armor, period. With packages starting at $169.99 and free shipping on every order. KD offers soft armor and rifle threat rated armor up to level 4. Go to KDArmor.com and get your body armor today while you still can. Mention this ad and receive a free tactical scarf for a limited time with any body armor package. That's CATIarmor.com. Come and take it.
Healthy, organic, fresh fish, robust, mouth-watering vegetables, all from your home. It's called aquaponics. This brilliant, self-sustaining protein and veggie system is perfect for year-round growing. Know exactly where your food is coming from. Aquaponicssource.com is the one-stop shop for all your needs. Fish, fish food, plumbing, full systems, classes, and more. Learn to build your own system. Go to aquaponicssource.com for a free guide to aquaponics. That's aquaponicssource.com.
Class, we've got a meetup tonight. At Jimmy's Egg. I'll be on stage, and I'll be talking about the dots that I've connected during the summer. I'll be talking about the police cruisers that are going around with lasers and cameras, and they're driving through parking lots, and they're ticketing people whose registration is out of date, who have parked not necessarily perfectly. And we're going to talk about a whole bunch of dots that we've connected. Cows dying and so forth. And, you know, one of the things, and that's tonight at Jimmy's Egg, 4:45 to 8 p.m. tonight, Springfield, Missouri. Information's on the website. And, you know, John, I've been thinking about some of the bad things that our government has done. For example, you know, we've had military bombardments, in the world wars. And we beat up on little countries and we blow up their infrastructure. I mean, that's really damaging to the planet. And then we dump trash in the oceans. I'm talking about plastic bags, cans. I mean, just household trash plus municipal waste and so forth. And then we dump radioactive waste in the oceans, and we do nuclear testing in the oceans. Then we do above ground nuclear testing, and then we have these hazardous waste that we buried in the ground, and we've polluted our water supply, and we have the microwaves all over, the radar installations for the government, and we use sonar in the oceans. Okay, then we have these healthcare problems. We have people getting cancer because of the toxins that are all around us, and it's getting really expensive. And just to hammer this little tiny point home, we've manipulated the weather to the point where we have these freak storms, massive floods, hail in the summer, okay, massive snowfalls. And just the latest little nit that frosts me is these geoengineers have created this lightning storm. A bunch of them. Well, one of them was right over the farm. Lightning hits the farm, hits the ground, travels through the ground, and blows up our satellite receiver. It's annoying. These guys are costing us a lot of money. It's just one more little nit. So our satellite receiver that receives GCN and Republic Broadcasting and some of the other networks out there on Galaxy 19, free-to-air satellite, well, ours is just blown up. at some point, we, the villagers, are going to absolutely lose our patience with these thugs. And we're going to get angry. And we're going to say, that's it. So it's just one more little piece of gear. Now, in the past, they've blown out a whole bunch of gear. We have lost, at one little lightning strike from these thugs, these geoengineering thugs. We've lost at least 9 or 10 or 11 pieces of electronic gear, all in the same second. Boom. And our farmhouse is protected by a whole building surge protection device. And then each sub panel is connected with another whole house surge protection device. And then we have surge protection devices where the electronic equipment is. So I don't know anybody who has more surge protection equipment than we do. However, if the ground is hit, the lightning burst comes up from the ground and goes backwards through the surge protection equipment and blows out these electronic devices. Now, if you live in a place where there's plenty of buildings, let's say a major city, there's a whole bunch of equipment to absorb these strikes. But if you live in the middle of nowhere where I do, there's not much to absorb it. Just us. And it's really getting annoying. So at some point, what I'm saying is, our broadcast can be taken out by lightning. Just wanted to share that thought. And so can yours. Your equipment can be taken out by lightning. If you've gone to plan B and you live in the middle of nowhere and lightning strikes and blows up your router or your underground telephone service. We have underground telephone service, underground electric service. We don't have anything overhead here. It's all underground because we put it there to protect it. It's still not good enough. I'm just venting a little bit. It's getting annoying. The cows dying, the equipment getting blown up. It's not necessary. And I believe it's all engineered by your government.
You are an individual with your own thoughts, decisions, and actions, so why should you be penalized for not enrolling in the subpar health insurance mandated by the government when you can be truly independent with Liberty Health Share, a bold, innovative alternative, allowing you to take back control and make your own decisions about your health care. Mention this ad when you call to learn more. 800-714-6993. That's 800-714-6993. Liberty Health Share. Together, we are one.
Now, a twice as nice Twin Kit special offer from Complete H2O Minerals for all GCN listeners. Get a Complete H2O Minerals Twin Kit with 33 different minerals, vitamins, and amino acids all in a liquid form. Enough for 2 people for 1 month. Regular price $89.95, but now Complete H2O Minerals is offering the Twin Kit for $69.95. And all GCN listeners receive a bonus 16-ounce bottle of Ionic Silver absolutely free with free shipping. A $120 total value. Hurry, limited time offer. Call 803-794-4767 or click CompleteH2OMinerals.com.
We all know that Berkey Water Purification Systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 6 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey water filtration systems. The Berkey Light systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light system today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $231, and the Berkey Guy will ship your order free of charge. With the purchase of a Berkey Light, the Berkey Guy is also offering a set of fluoride and arsenic filters for only $39.99. That's over 30% off the retail price. Call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at GoBerkey.com. That's GoBerkey.com today.
Are you excited about the World Wide Web? Do you want a place where you can share your ideas and express yourself? Well, dial up your modems and stream on down to the GCN Live Community Forum. Lots of radical features await you there.
Wow, Internet Guy, I am so glad I went to the GCN Live Community Forum.
You too can discover why the World Wide Web is awesome. Just go to gcnlive.com/forum. That's gcnlive.com/forum. I'll see you in cyberspace. friend at GCN Live on Diaspora and Cross.tv.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
Hey neighbor, what are you doing digging? You had a heart attack last year.
Oh, I know. I was told no more hard labor.
Then why are you digging?
Well, I've been taking Extendovite. It's been approved to help my heart.
Extendovite? Is that a new drug?
No, not a drug. It's more like an herbal combination made from garlic and cayenne.
Herbal? How can that help?
Well, actually, we've taken herbs for thousands of years. Extendovite is doing the job for me.
Does your doctor know about Extendovite?
Yeah, my doctor knows, and he said it seems to be working for you, so don't stop taking it. I feel great taking Extendovite. I don't want to stop.
To order, call 1-877-928-8822. That's 1-877-928-8822, or visit our website at heartdrop.com.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
Virtually anyone can hack your cell phone and track your calls, your texts, your emails, your every movement, but only if they can detect a signal. Stay one step ahead of hackers and Big Brother with a Block-It Pocket, a custom-made pocket infused with pure silver that creates a complete Faraday enclosure for your cell phone. For free shipping to the lower 48, visit blockitpocket.com or call 888-315-9618. blockitpocket.com, enhancing health and privacy.
Okay, honey, I have to ask, and be honest here. Have you been taking a little blue pill? Because things have been pretty good in the bedroom lately.
No, I swear.
You didn't pick anything up at the Pharmacia last month in Cancun?
No.
Well, something's different.
I have been taking that heart and body extract you bought me.
But that's for your heart and to control your cholesterol.
Well, I read HB extract also promotes healthy prostate function.
I never guessed it would work this well, but
you're glad it did.
Oh, yeah.
Heart and Body Extract is a 100% organic formula that promotes a strong heart, healthy arterial flow, better circulation, improves erectile and prostate gland function, and provides youthful energy, strength, and stamina. Find out more at heartandbodyextract.com. Heart and Body Extract paired with healthy heart choices is a winning combination. Call toll-free to order or for free information. 1-866-295-5305. 1-866-295-5305.
Captain John Regan's with us. And, you know, John, I'm a little frosted about inflation, too. Over the weekend, I had to repair a tire on one of our trailers. I was hauling some hay, and it got flat. And I realized that the old tire repair kit that I had, I bought it at the Chinese factory outlet. It was around $7. And this old kit had about 1 ounce of rubber cement, had some tube repair patches. It had a whole bunch of strips that you could use to plug tires. It had 2 tire repair tools, pressure gauge, came in a nice plastic box. Well, it's all been improved. It's been improved where it now comes in a blister pack. You don't get a tire pressure gauge. You don't get the tube repair patches. It's scaled down, and it's just a little bit less expensive. Not much, just a little bit, like $1.50 at the most. And it's just one. And the tube of rubber cement is not an ounce anymore. And that's one of the things that you really run out of quickly. That's the thing that you need more of than everything else in this kit. So they've now improved this kit to the point where they've reduced the tire cement from 1 ounce to 0.41 ounces. It's not enough. It's not enough to repair a few tires. It's annoying. Who makes these decisions? So if you're talking about inflation, and you have been for years now, it's everywhere. Even in the tire repair kits. They don't even give you the little box to keep it in. They give you it in a blister pack, and then when you open it, now you've got no place to put the contents of the blister pack. This is America, and we're falling down. And why do we need these repair kits? Well, because people are so careless now. They're careless with the things that they put in the back of their pickup trucks. Nails fall out. These people who work construction, don't seem to have the desire to prevent problems from their carelessness. They leave junk in the back of their trucks and the junk falls out. And then we run over it on the highways and we get flat tires and the nails and the sharp objects and the rubber straps with the hooks on the ends of them. We're really falling down. We really are. And it's getting really expensive for the rest of us to recover from the carelessness of the people who drive ahead of us. How about we clean up our act? How about we think of the other guy for once? John Regan?
Well, I just wanted to add something else. I've been noticing that there's been a lot more glitches with alternative media broadcasts. And I've experienced 2 or 3 of those just in the last week. And these are different broadcasters on different networks or platforms. So it's not just, you can't just blame it on one system. And I'm, knowing what the FCC has done, I'm a little concerned about the coincidence of these issues.
All right. Let me put an exclamation point on what you just said. Just before this broadcast, I was talking with Aaron, our producer, our engineer. And I said, he said, how's it going? I said, well, I'm having some problems here with one of my computers. It's all goofy. I type and all kinds of strange characters come out on the screen. I move the mouse and it highlights text that I haven't highlighted. I'm having a lot of problems. He said, well, you got 3 minutes. You got 3 minutes to work on it. So in those 3 minutes, I was able to solve that problem. And I did it by rebooting. I mean, it's okay. I mean, I literally shut the power down, waited a few seconds, brought it back up, and the computer was fine. Another thing I'm having a problem with, John, I wanted to share this during this broadcast, is USB connections, Universal Serial Bus. What is happening here in my studio is the mouse will stop working. Okay? So what do? I just go to the PC, disconnect the mouse, wait a few seconds, plug it back in, and it works. Then maybe a little while later, the keyboard will stop working. It's easy. Just disconnect the keyboard from the USB port, plug it back in. It works fine. So when you're talking about these problems, there are lots of them. We're seeing all kinds of internet related problems. So the broadcast, I haven't listened to the broadcast the ones that you're talking about, but I can tell you on the Bunker Files on Friday, we plan to go live. And here's how it goes. I mean, I have a screen in front of me and I connect. It says I'm connected. Aaron Dakins is connected with me. We connect ahead of time. We talk for a few minutes about what we're going to talk about on the broadcast. We get our instructor all lined up and we get disconnected. I mean, this kind of stuff is happening more and more and more, and it's annoying. And maybe the plan is to just drive us crazy to the point where we say, we give up. But that's not in my vocabulary, so I'm not going to give up. But others may decide that they just cannot continue. But it's happening. And it's not just here in the United States. And we had this cow die during birth, and it's not just us. I was on the phone with someone outside the country. They're experiencing the same things. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's not just us. That's our fourth death on the farm this year. Healthy animals. One day they're fine. Next day they're dead. And we check on them just about every day. We go out there and talk to them, make sure they've got their vitamins and minerals and water and shade and fencing's good. And we talk to them and we go out there, they all come running over just to say hi. We know these animals. We look at them. We look at the way they walk. We look at the way they behave. We look at whether their head's up or down. If their heads are down, they're not feeling well. And 4 of them have died so far. 2 calves in birth, 2 mamas. It's too many. And it's not just us. John Regan?
As most of you know, we've been talking about a tale of 2 droughts for a couple of months, or maybe 3-4 months now. Basically looking at California and Texas. Again, California's has the same report as last week, which is still bad. We have 46% of the state in the worst possible condition, D4, which is exceptional drought. Texas, after all that rain we had in May, is now getting some problems. We now have about 40% of the state that's at least abnormally dry, and we've got about 4.25% that's all the way up to drought condition 2, which is severe drought. And when you look at the data back on the July 21st report, there were 0 people in the state affected by drought. And that happened for 2 weeks in a row, the 14th and the 21st. Now, the 28th, the number of people affected by drought, 94,000. A week later, 791,000. This week, 8.8 million. And over 750,000 people are in a severe drought condition. That's how quickly this can turn around. And of course, once we no longer have the internet, we won't be able to see exactly what things look like. All we'll know is what the weather is around our place. And in addition to that, I came across an article. Panama's government has now declared a state of emergency. It's facing a drought that's prompted water restrictions, and it's even affected shipping through the canal. So,
how's that possible? Panama is surrounded by water, ocean water.
So I just want to point out, it's not just the United States. There's problems throughout the world. And that's why, in addition to the financial problems, it concerns me very much, because when you start getting food shortages, which these droughts will cause, that leads to unrest, because part of the formula is bread and circuses. And if the people aren't fed, that's when the government has problems. And in order to deflect the problems from themselves, that's when they start wars with other countries.
John, I was thinking about something that happened a couple of years ago. We had, we're looking at shortages. The supply chain is I don't think it's all that stable. I mean, it's kind of amazing to me that the supply chain works. I was thinking about propane this winter. We had a propane shortage a couple of years ago, and there was a guy, I got on the phone with him, and he said he bought 1,000 gallons of propane and prepaid for it at $1.79 per gallon. He prepaid for it, and the dealer wouldn't give it to him because there was a shortage. He said, "Hey, if you want propane, we'll sell it to you 100 gallons at a time, but it's $4 a gallon." He said, "I already paid you for it." He said, "Yeah, well, so what?" And here's a case where he couldn't get his propane. So the reason I'm talking about this is because it's not just propane, it's everything. And our suggestion, I believe John's with me on this, is if you think you're going to need it, why don't you buy it and make sure you've got control of it? And if it's propane, why don't you get it? I see we got in the mail an advertisement for propane for $1.99 a gallon. $1.99 a gallon. And I'm looking at the internet, and in March it was around $2.29 a gallon. By now you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPrepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
Everyone says or does something silly once in a while, but once that embarrassing thing is on the internet, it can spread like a terrible rash. Put it to rest. Get a free expert analysis today from Reputation.com. It only takes 30 seconds. 800-831-0771. We protect your online image by helping to make sure that when people search for you or your business, they find the most current, accurate information possible. Reputation.com, because word travels fast. Call for a free analysis today. 800-831-0771. That's 800-831-0771.
If you're worried about your health and you're tired of the nasty side effects of harsh drugs or antibiotics, then look no further. Supernatural Silver is the answer. Supernatural Silver is a powerful immune system enhancer that can be used every day to help keep you healthy and well with none of those nasty side effects. It's extremely safe for use internally as well as topically, and Supernatural Silver is hundreds of times more effective than colloidal or ionic silver. It is perfect for use in the sinuses, eyes, ears, and on any wound or skin issue. Supernatural Silver is also extremely effective when taken orally and can help fight off bacteria, viruses, and mold that may be overwhelming your immune system. Go to supernaturalsilver.com, supernaturalsilver.com, and use the promo code SILVER2015 for 30% off of your entire order, and give yourself and your loved ones a fighting chance with Supernatural Silver.
Okay, open your mouth and say ah.
Getting a good view of a sore throat can be difficult, but the new doctor-recommended sore throat exam kit from SayAhNow.com makes it easy. A first-of-its-kind scientifically designed oral retractor to relax the tongue, minimize gag reflex, and increase visibility. Our Made in the USA kit also includes a medical-grade reference chart, easy-to-use website and app so that you're one click away from unparalleled sore throat information. Click SayAhNow.com. SayAhNow.com, a must-have for your family's medical preparedness.
Are you tired of commuting to a job that makes someone else rich? Working harder than ever, but getting nowhere? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare? Having someone else raise your children? With our opportunities, you can start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss, work from home, and live a happier life. At Be the Boss Network, you'll find hundreds of work-from-home opportunities that you can literally start today and be earning money as soon as next week. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss. Get out of the rat race. Work from home. Go to freedom106.com right now and change your life today. That's freedom106.com. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You be the boss. Go to freedom106.com.
We've been patiently waiting while you tried to ignore us, waiting while you acted like we didn't exist, waiting for our chance to be taken seriously. The wait is over. GCN is available 24/7 at GCNlive.com. Navigate through news from your favorite hosts and download archives of past shows. Download the app on your smartphone or tablet or visit GCNlive.com for instant access and live streaming. GCNlive.com, the future of talk radio, now at your fingertips.
John Regan's with us, thefinancialstateoftheunion.com. John, tonight, one of the things I want to talk about is how to repair a tire, how to plug a tire. I'm going to bring a tire repair kit, and I'm going to show everybody how to do it at the meetup. And, you know, I was thinking about this. I helped someone repair a tire that had a flat. And so all I did was just take out the tire repair kit that I carry around in my truck. And I had a little compressor with me. It came with an old Porsche. I just carry that around in my truck. And I don't recommend buying one of these things because they're really, like, you only use them maybe once or twice and they wear out. But all you have to do is let the air out of the tire. You know, first you find the leak, and then you let the air out of the tire with remove the valve stem, and you put some rubber cement right on the outside of the hole, and you have this tool that comes with the tire repair kit, and these plug strips come with it. You thread the plug strip through kind of like a big sewing needle, if you will, and just push it right through into the hole, twist it around a couple times, and pull this big needle out. It comes with a handle on it. You pull it out, and the plug's there. You take a sharp knife, and you cut off the excess that sticks out of the tire, and you're probably good to go. Well, here's the interesting thing. Most tire repair shops will not repair plugs unless they're in a certain area on the tread. If they're outside that certain area on the tread, they'll say, no, it's too dangerous, and they won't repair them. But they will sell you a brand new tire. And if you have an all-wheel drive vehicle, you want all the tires to match. You may end up buying 4 tires if you can't get that same one to match the same tread pattern, the same make and model of the tire that just went flat. So I suggest you consider getting a tire repair kit, and you can get them for less than $10. You can get them at the Chinese factory outlet. You can get them on eBay, and learn how to use them. And I'm going to teach that tonight at the meetup at Jimmy's Egg, 4:45 to 8. John Regan?
Well, we'll go to the financial section, and the Bank of America says that there's no recession in sight for at least the next decade. And I just saw another article where Goldman is saying the S&P 500 is just going to stay flat for the rest of this year. So, you know, don't expect any bad things to happen. However, I've got some articles that might suggest otherwise, and this goes all the way down to the one that's called Cutting the Cable. I've got automakers increase production while the inventory is at record highs. We've got retail sales down for 7 months in a row now, pretty much mirroring the last recession. We've got wholesale inventories to sales at recession levels. The automobile inventory to sales is at recession levels. We've got freight car loads collapsing. Part of this is because of the decrease in shale oil and not having pipelines. All of that was being transported by rail. So with less shale oil, we're seeing the railroads having problems there. Initial jobless claims hit a 42-year low. And when you look at the chart, it has these ups and downs. And going from the peak of the last recession, it's now hit this bottom. And it's like every time you get, close to that, then all of a sudden it peaks again, because guess what? The economy went bad. We have business inventories at high levels, and inventory to sales are now in that recession area. We've got the Atlanta Fed, who has been publishing some decent GDP forecasts, saying just 0.7% growth for third quarter. We'll get to the rest when we come back.
Yeah, when we come back, can we talk a little bit about cutting the cord? Because it's not just cutting the cord. It's cutting satellite television. It's cutting a lot of these entertainment services, all except for one, all except for Verizon. It looks like entertainment packages are down. Let's talk about that. People aren't doing it because it's It's fun to do. We'll be right back. John Regan, Vin Finelli, USAPrepares.com. How many of you want to learn how to dig up bugs, worms, and raise crickets for food? Do you prefer to eat them dried and crunchy or while still alive? Well, you won't have to if you can defend your food supply from predators. You may want to get an AR-15 kit from guns80.com and build your own AR-15 rifle from a kit. If you can legally own a rifle, you can purchase this AR-15 kit. If you're handy, you can complete the rifle in about an hour. The kit comes with all the parts you're going to need to build your rifle, but you'll need a drill press. And survivalists need one anyway. The Guns80.com team purchased the same used floor-standing drill press that I have for $100. You can too. And when you're finished, you'll have a paperwork-free AR-15 rifle, a drill press, drill bits, and the knowledge to maintain your AR-15 rifle, all for less than you expect. So if you want a paperwork-free AR-15 parts kit like mine, visit Guns80.com, Guns80.com, and let the unprepared have our share of the bugs.
Hi, this is Walt Augustinowitz. I'm the founder and CEO of ID Stronghold. By now you've heard our commercials about wallets that protect you from electronic pickpocketing. 10 years ago, I created a way to protect my own cards from prying eyes after government officials started talking about issuing a national ID card with a built-in radio chip called RFID. I felt having to broadcast my personal information was an invasion of privacy. Soon after, it was also announced that credit cards, debit cards, U.S. passports, hotel room keys, and even transit passes would all soon incorporate RFID. It was then I formed ID Stronghold to share my inventions in blocking RFID signals with the world. There are a lot of misconceptions out there today about RFID. I encourage everyone to get informed and get protected. Please go to idstronghold.com and get the facts and the wallets, sleeves, or badge holders you need to protect your personal financial data. You'll be pleasantly surprised that through our direct sales model, you won't pay more than other comparable unprotected wallets. It is as though the protection is free. Visit idstronghold.com today.
Now, a twice as nice Twin Kit special offer from Complete H2O Minerals for all GCN listeners. Get a Complete H2O Minerals Twin Kit with 33 different minerals, vitamins, and amino acids all in a liquid form. Enough for 2 people for 1 month. Regular price $89.95, but now Complete H2O Minerals is offering the Twin Kit for $69.95. And all GCN listeners receive a bonus 16-ounce bottle of Ionic Silver absolutely free with free shipping. A $120 total value. Hurry, limited time offer. Call 803-794-4767 or click CompleteH2OMinerals.com.
You are an individual with your own thoughts, decisions, and actions. So why should you be penalized for not enrolling in the subpar health insurance mandated by the government when you can be truly independent with Liberty Health Share, a bold, innovative alternative, allowing you to take back control and make your own decisions about your health care? Mention this ad when you call to learn more. 800-714-6993. That's 800-714-6993. Liberty Health Share. Together, we are one.
Watch the greenbacks tumble.
Everyone all set, cocked, locked. Hour number 2 of USA Prepares with Captain John Regan. John Regan, we have Sharon in Montana on with us. Welcome, Sharon.
Hi. I was going to make a comment about flat tires. I personally like Fix-A-Flat, or as my daughter called it, Man in a Can. The tire people don't particularly like that, but after having driven 9 miles of dirt road each way for 13 and a half years, I don't really like getting out and changing tires personally. So it might be something people want to consider having. I realize it's kind of messy, but it sure is convenient.
Yeah, and you know, Sharon, so you live on a dirt road. Do you have these sharp rocks that just penetrate the belts of the tires and cause them to fail? Is that what happens to you?
Sometimes, yeah. We just used to get flat tires. We actually put on heavier duty tires on our cars even, so we didn't have to keep changing flats because we had like 3 flats in 2 months the first time. But I like Fix-A-Flat. It's really handy. I realize if you blow a big hole in the tire, you're going to have to get the spare out and change it. But it's awful handy.
Yeah. The problem with Fix-A-Flat, though, is it gets all over everything on the inside. It gets on the inside of the wheel. It gets on the, you know, it's really, that's why the tire guys don't like it. They don't like it for 2 reasons. One is it keeps you from spending money there, and the other is it's messy when they go to change the tire. But, and you can use slime.
You know.
Yep. Yeah. I agree with you.
I know that,
and I keep a I keep a can of that Fix-A-Flat stuff in our vehicles as well, just as a precaution should I not have a compressor with me or access to one and, can't fix the tire. But yeah, good point.
Yeah. Well, it takes time to fix a tire. When I'm heading in town, something dressed up, I just really don't like to. I know how to. I just don't like to. So if it works, it's pretty handy. Anyway, that's
Appreciate the call, Sharon.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Okay, John Regan. And, one of the things that we're talking about was cutting the cable. And you mentioned that the last hour. So you're talking about entertainment, right? You're talking about cutting the cable for television, satellite TV, and so forth, right?
Right. And what happened is this last quarter, they've lost a net 566,000 subscribers. And when you add that to the first quarter, we're getting close to 900,000, 887,000 lost customers in 6 months. And what people are doing is they are going to services like Netflix, Amazon, probably Hulu as well. And, for about $10 a month, you get to watch what you want to watch when you want to watch it. And part of this is saving money, which everybody's trying to do, or at least a lot of people are trying to do now. And the other side is what's happening with young people, that they're not into the broadcast mode that we grew up with. When they consume some entertainment content, they want it to be on their terms, on their time, when they want it.
And I don't blame them. And the other thing I don't blame them for is the fact that I don't think they like commercials. I was at someone's home, and they have cable where they live. And so this cable is over $100 a month, and they get to watch things like the Food Channel, and they have these idiotic competitions where they're trying to fix these meals, and they have these temper tantrums and flare-ups and profanities, and these people are branded. And I mean, it's mindless, absolutely mindless. And yet, in addition to paying over $100 a month for this idiotic programming, they then have about 20 minutes per hour of commercials. Why would anybody pay for that? I don't get it. I mean, I really don't get it. Yeah, we have commercials here on the network, but the broadcast is free to anyone who wants to listen. But to pay $100 for it is crazy. And I don't blame people for dumping their we'll call it entertainment packages. And it's really, there's not much educational value that I can see in it. I really can't. And how many sports games can you watch? Guys in short pants chasing after a ball. Come on. How much can you learn from that? Other than their names and their stats. Other than that. What use is that? And when society collapses, and these guys come over to your house and say they're hungry, you go, okay, I'll tell you what, I'll help you. I'll feed you. But you know what I really need to know is, what was the score of the last 5 games? Because that's really important to me. So if you know that, I'll be glad to feed you. We've lost our minds. We've lost our way. And we're careless. When we talk about carelessness, John, I bought some things on eBay that I needed. I wanted some electrical measurement equipment. I wanted some voltmeters to measure the voltage of each solar panel that we have on our barn. So I needed about 20 of them. I wanted some spares. They were $2 a piece from China. Shipping, $1.99. They arrived in about a week. I bought some wire from a U.S. seller on eBay. I'm still waiting for it, and it's like going on to the 3rd week. So I contacted this guy, and I said, so when can we expect this wire? He said, I'll send you the shipping information tomorrow. He didn't even ship it. It's like 2 weeks, and he hasn't even shipped it. That's more carelessness here in the United States of America. But the Chinese are ready. They can get it to me from China faster than this guy can put it in a box and ship it from the East Coast. I'm seeing more and more of this. I'm seeing more and more careless drivers of trucks. They just throw stuff in the back and they expect it to stay there. I was on the, what a tirade I'm on. I was on the interstate and there was this guy, there's a guy with a ladder. He pulled in front of me and I thought, man, I sure don't want to wear this ladder through the windshield of my truck. He had a pickup truck with a ladder, not strapped down. So I backed off and I thought, wow. Then there was another guy that was riding my tail. He had strapped on to his pickup truck on roof carriers, 2x4s. He had them strapped on and they were bending up in the front under the pressure of the air, lifting up the front of these 2x4s as he was going 80 miles an hour down the highway. Flies up on my tail, flies around me, gets in front of me, and I'm thinking, man, if one of these 2x4s lets go, they're all going to let go and people are going to die all over the highway from these 2x4s. It'll be a massive car crash. Fortunately, it didn't happen. 10 miles up the road, there's a guy standing next to a washing machine on the side of the road. He's standing there on the cell phone. Obviously, the washing machine flew off the back of his trailer or his truck. And he was standing there with this crumpled up washing machine. 10 minutes further up the road, I saw this guy with a trailer and a stove. And he was in the median strapping down the stove on the trailer. And obviously it was the trailer from which the washing machine flew off. These are the kinds of things that we worry about. Guys doing 70 miles an hour down the highway with these poorly attached loads to the trucks and trailers. And who gets the benefit of it? Well, most of the time it's the guys behind him. I object to this. Now, if the cops are going to do anything, I think it'd be nice if they see these loads that are unsafe. I think it would be nice if they stopped these guys and said, hey, you know what? You're putting everybody behind you at risk. How about you pull over there and tie it up right? That would be something that would be for the public benefit. That'd be like protecting and serving. But these guys are too busy giving tickets to do that. John Regan.
I've got another link there, leading indicator. And it talks about how with the S&P 500, you've got stocks that have new highs, when at the same time in this market, we have stocks that have new lows. And this has been going on for a number of days. And there's, this indicator's happened 4 times in the past. And each of those times, the stock market has collapsed by at least a third. So, again, we can't say that this is going to guarantee it, but when you're looking at indicators, especially with everything else we looked at, it's like I've been saying, if we don't have a market collapse this fall, September, October, I'll be more surprised than if it stays the same.
John, can you tell us a little bit more about what you're seeing with these leading indicators? What kind of swings are we talking about?
Well, so many things like in those other, probably about a dozen charts we just covered. We're seeing, from inventories to sales, ratios that when you see these pop up, it's suggesting that you're either in a recession or you're headed towards a recession. And we've got so many of those flipping that direction right now that it would really take a strong economy to turn that around. And I'm seeing anything but a strong economy worldwide.
To put an exclamation point on that, John, I was in the truck listening to mindless radio. Not alternative radio, not what we do. Mindless radio. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Last chance. Got to get it right now. It's on sale. Get it now, get it now, get it now. Commercial after commercial after commercial. By now, you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration system and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPrepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
Sciatica, lower back pain, hip pain, poor posture. If you suffer from any of these problems, get ready to relax. Introducing an amazing product that's been in the market for over 25 years, the Sacro Wedgie. It was invented by a football coach using a common sense osteopath technique. He created this device to help his athletes by isolating and supporting the sacrum, which is the keystone of our anatomy. This wedge-shaped bone is in the center of our hips, where a lot of pain starts. Simply relax 20 minutes daily on the amazingly simple Sacro Wedgie and let gravity do the work, helping muscles rebalance and start releasing nerves. Sit in the Sacro Wedgie at the computer or while traveling to help correct posture to finally help relieve those stubborn-owned website at sacrowedgie.com, spelled SACROWEDGY.com, or call 1-800-737-9295. That's 1-800-737-9295. Relax your back pain away with the Sacro Wedgie.
Hi, this is Walt Augustinowitz. I'm the founder and CEO of ID Stronghold. By now you've heard our commercials about wallets that protect you from electronic pickpocketing. 10 years ago, I created a way to protect my own cards from prying eyes after government officials started talking about issuing a national ID card with a built-in radio chip called RFID. I felt having to broadcast my personal information was an invasion of privacy. Soon after, it was also announced that credit cards, debit cards, U.S. passports, hotel room keys, and even transit passes would also incorporate RFID. It was then I formed ID Stronghold to share my inventions in blocking RFID signals with the world. There are a lot of misconceptions out there today about RFID. I encourage everyone to get informed and get protected. Please go to idstronghold.com and get the facts and the wallet, sleeves, or badge holders you need to protect your personal financial data. You'll be pleasantly surprised that through our direct sales model, you won't pay more than other comparable unprotected wallets. It is as though the protection is free. Visit idstronghold.com today.
We the people grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit and carting to a private bank, having it lent back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Ted Anderson, I'm placing a free silver dollar in a book that explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
We've been patiently waiting while you tried to ignore us, waiting while you acted like we didn't exist, waiting for our chance to be taken seriously. The wait is over. GCN is available 24/7 at GCNlive.com. Navigate through news from your favorite hosts and download archives of past shows. Download the app on your smartphone or tablet or visit GCNlive.com for instant access and live streaming. GCNlive.com, the future of talk radio, now at your fingertips.
Captain John Regan's with us. And John, I just got off the phone with Ferrell Gas, Ferrell Gas. They're a propane company. And their price is $1.99 per gallon. And it's going up. It was as high as $1.32 this summer. And it's come down. This is their lowest price. And I called to let them know that I might be taking a delivery if I can make it worth their while. And what I do is I buy my own propane tanks. I own them, and I can buy gas wherever I'd like because I own the tanks, which is different from if you have your propane company say, okay, I'll use your tank, and then you're kind of locked into buying propane from them at whatever price they want. And here's another thing. Why would a person not buy propane or fuel oil at the lowest price? So why wait till winter when everybody else wants it and the price is higher? Buy it in the summer. Nobody's looking at fuel oil for heating in the summer. When it's really hot, no one's really looking for it. That's when we buy fuel oil. And we buy propane when no one's thinking about heating also. We buy it at the lowest price. And we own the tanks. So we own the tank and the propane. And by the way, make sure your propane tank is where you can protect it. We have ours where we can protect them. I noticed going down the road that our neighbor's propane tank is missing. Someone decided that they liked his propane tank more than he did. And it's gone. It's gone. And top of the hour news, you learned that cows are being stolen. The economy is really bad. All this nonsense about how good the economy is just that. It's nonsense. It's not good. And that's why people are stealing things. Like cows. It's hard to steal a cow. I mean, when our cows see someone they don't recognize, they don't come running over and say hi. They go the other way. When they see me or Mrs. Finelli or our children, they know us, they know our voices, and they've known us for years, and, we give them hugs, and they come over and get their hugs. But stealing cows is tough. Makes a lot of noise. The cows moo, and they talk to each other, and then they all start talking to each other. Then you have a herd of cows mooing, and you can hear it for quite a ways. Stealing cows is difficult, and it's being done. John Regan?
Well, before we run out of time, I want to get to a link I have down in the preparedness section. It's called Sweet Sweet. And this talks about the new version of LibreOffice, LibreOffice 5. And this is software that branched off from the Open Office project 5 years ago. And this latest release is about as good as you can get and still pay nothing. If you do well with Microsoft formatted documents, whether it's Word, Excel, PowerPoint, even Access. And this will work on basically anything from Windows computers to Linux to Mac. And another thing I like about this version is it's almost eliminated the need for Java, which is a security problem in its own right. And unless you're using the native database in this, and most people don't use databases at all, or you're using some of the widgets like in the document part where you are using a widget to help create a specific type of document, unless you're doing that, you can get away without having to have Java. And they're working on getting that eliminated as well. So if you want to have a nice office suite without having to spend any money, I would recommend LibreOffice.
John Regan, I have been using Open Office for many years, the predecessor to LibreOffice. And I liked it. I really did. It worked well. The price was fabulous. It was absolutely free, as you've mentioned. And I've been using LibreOffice previous version. And that's what I have on my PC right in front of me right now. It works great. It really does. So let's tell Microsoft no. Let's tell Microsoft no, we're not buying their Office anymore, and just download LibreOffice. I'll put a post on the website. John, do you have a link to the download on your website?
All I have is that article.
Okay. I will post a link to the download on
You
USA
are an
Prepared.
individual with your own thoughts, decisions, and actions. So why should you be penalized for not enrolling in the subpar health insurance mandated by the government when you can be truly independent with Liberty Health Share, a bold, innovative alternative, allowing you to take back control and make your own decisions about your health care. Mention this ad when you call to learn more. 800-714-6993. That's 800-714-6993. Liberty Health Share. Together, we are one.
Now, a twice as nice Twin Kit special offer from Complete H2O Minerals for all GCN listeners. Get a Complete H2O Minerals Twin Kit with 33 different minerals, vitamins, and amino acids all in a liquid form. Enough for 2 people for 1 month. Regular price $89.95, but now Complete H2O Minerals is offering the Twin Kit for $69.95. And all GCN listeners receive a bonus 16-ounce bottle of Ionic Silver absolutely free with free shipping. A $120 total value. Hurry, limited time offer. Call 803-794-4767 or click CompleteH2OMinerals.com.
Everyone says or does something silly once in a while. Even very smart, very accomplished people. It's part of being human. A quote taken out of context, a legal problem, an unfortunate photograph. Once that embarrassing thing is on the internet, it can spread like a terrible rash because people love to dig up dirt, even when it's not real dirt. Put it to rest. Call for a free expert analysis today from Reputation.com. It only takes 30 seconds. 800-831-0771. Businesses, public figures, and professionals turn to Reputation.com for good reason. We protect your online image by helping make sure that when people search for you or your business, they find the most current, accurate information possible. Reputation.com, because word travels fast. Learn more about what the experts at Reputation.com can do for you. Call for a free analysis today. 800-831-0771. That's 800-831-0771.
Silver has always been nature's very own antibiotic, and only one system allows you to produce an endless supply of nano-sized silver solutions right from the convenience of your home. Silver Lungs. With the addition of our unique lung delivery system, respiratory infections are targeted directly, where traditional oral administration simply cannot reach. This pioneering method also preserves the original particle sizes and delivers your silver solution directly into the bloodstream. See the Silver Lungs generator and lung delivery system at silverlungs.com. That's silverlungs.com.
At 30dayfoodsupply.com, 2 of our top priorities are providing quality food at a reasonable price and protecting your security. When you call 800-700-2184, we will never record your phone call and never ask for your personal information, like how much food you have stored or where you keep it. We'll also never store your credit card information and email address on a computer. Your email address will never be shared or sold. We'll never limit the number of boxes you can purchase. We'll never use outside packers or use relabeled food from another company. Our meals are naturally high in fiber, carbs, and protein, and everything is packed with oxygen absorbers and Mylar pouches under our direct supervision at our plant in Oregon. Oregon Trail Foods and 30dayfoodsupply.com keep prices low by buying directly from their producers in Oregon and then passing the savings on to you. Call 800-700-2184 and purchase our 30-day 90-serving emergency food supply for only $99, and $10 ships your entire order to the lower 48. Visit our website, 30dayfoodsupply.com, or call 800-700-2184. That's 30dayfoodsupply.com at 800-700-2184.
Okay, open your mouth and say ah.
Getting a good view of a sore throat can be difficult, but the new doctor-recommended sore throat exam kit from SayAhNow.com makes it easy. A first-of-its-kind scientifically designed oral retractor to relax the tongue, minimize gag reflex, and increase visibility. Our made-in-the-USA kit also includes a medical-grade reference chart, easy-to-use website and app so that you're one click away from unparalleled sore throat information. Click SayAhNow.com. SayAhNow.com, a must-have for your family's medical preparedness.
Hi, this is Walt Augustinowitz. I'm the founder and CEO of ID Stronghold. By now you've heard our commercials about wallets that protect you from electronic pickpocketing. 10 years ago, I created a way to protect my own cards from prying eyes after government officials started talking about issuing a national ID card with a built-in radio chip called RFID. I felt having to broadcast my personal information was an invasion of privacy. Soon after, it was also announced that credit cards, debit cards, U.S. passports, hotel room keys, and even transit passes would all soon incorporate RFID. It was then I formed ID Stronghold to share my inventions in blocking RFID signals with the world. There are a lot of misconceptions out there today about RFID. I encourage everyone to get informed and get protected. Please go to idstronghold.com and get the facts and the wallet, sleeves, or badge holders you need to protect your personal financial data. You'll be pleasantly surprised that through our direct sales model, you won't pay more than other comparable unprotected wallets. It is as though the protection is free. Visit idstronghold.com today.
Captain John Regan's with us in class. We've got a meetup tonight. I'll be talking about how to patch a tire, plug a tire in an emergency and save some money. And also I'm going to connect the dots. That's at Jimmy's Egg tonight, 4:45 to 8 p.m. Springfield, Missouri. Link on the website, or information's on the website. Captain John Regan was talking about LibreOffice 5. He uses it. He uses LibreOffice. I use it. It works great. It's absolutely free. You can download it. If you want to contribute, you may, but you don't have to. And the link is on the website to download it, usaprepares.com. That's what Captain John Regan was talking about. John Regan, thanks for bringing that to our attention. It really is. It's great. It's really great to not have to patronize Microsoft. And I object to Microsoft selling defective software, of which there's patch after patch after patch after patch. And then, there are backdoors that let the government spy on everything we do. It's outrageous. So, I try to, patronize these other guys, these open source guys, like, Linux, like LibreOffice, like OpenOffice, etc. Thanks so much for making that available to us here at USA Prepares, John Regan.
And just so people know, that article does have a link to where you can download it. It's in the second sentence of the article. But another thing I'd like to point out is, with Microsoft, they're trying to go to this subscription model where you just don't pay once, you pay for it every month. And then on top of that, they have different levels. And most people go with the inexpensive route, getting the, home and student edition. And what they don't realize, part of that license says you can't use it for commercial purposes. And guess what? That includes doing something for your church. So with LibreOffice, you don't have those limitations. Go and do what you want.
Isn't that ridiculous that Microsoft has decided to charge people more depending on how they use a product? I mean, can you imagine buying a hammer, okay, and having it cost more if I were going to use my hammer that I bought to help someone renovate his house and charge him to renovate his house? So if I were in the business, that hammer would cost more. Who do these guys think they are? Really? It's the same product. Whether you use, well, maybe it's not the same product. Maybe there's some more bells and whistles, but even so, why can't they just make the product and charge the lowest that they can stand for the product rather than ripping us all off and having the guy who founded Microsoft or one of the guys become one of the richest in the world? I know people who make a lot of money. And then they do these, benevolent things, these philanthropic things, and they give away some of their services. How about instead of doing that, charge less for everybody? Charge less for everybody rather than make a fortune and then give a small fraction of that fortune away and have everybody think you're doing a wonderful thing.
And I thought I could cover that article without pushing your button.
Hey, John, it's getting really easy to push my buttons. I mean, there's so many things I'm frosted about. Really. Like Bill Gates saying, we've got some disease problems and we need to have immunizations and vaccinations. And there are too many people. Those statements are mutually exclusive. You don't have too many people, say there are too many people, and then say we got to save people who have disease. And what a great way to kill people, by giving them injections. I'll try to be quiet for the next couple of minutes. I don't know. I'll try.
Well, going back to the financial section, I've got a link called Feels Like the First Time. Most people seem to think, America's great, America will never default, things like that. Well, this article I put up for reference purposes. The next debt default in America is the fourth one, not the first one. And one of the reasons I don't post more from this site, they make it a little difficult, especially when you're on the radio, because this is like 12 web pages worth. And each time you click the next, you have to wait for the page to reload. But basically, it goes back talking about the default after the Civil War. The most recent one is when Nixon closed the gold window. So, like I say, I put it up for reference. So if anybody wants to say America wouldn't do that, guess what? We've done it before. And the one below that, can a buck bang anymore? And there's a chart, to scroll down a little bit, increase in real GDP per dollar of incremental debt. And it shows that back in the time period after the World War II, 1947 to 1952, for each dollar of debt that we added, we got over $4.50 of GDP. So that's quite a bang for the buck. But starting in 53, that changed. And I don't know if they even teach it anymore, but back when I was an undergraduate and took business courses, they talked about, the law of diminishing returns. Well, we went from getting over $4 for each dollar of debt. So from 53 through 84, that dropped to 63 cents per dollar. So every dollar, you'd even get $1. And as bad as that was, the period from 85 to 2000, it went down to 24 cents for every dollar of debt. And if that wasn't bad enough, from 2001 to 2012, that dropped again. For every dollar of debt, they got an 8-cent bounce in GDP. To put it another way, it takes $12.50 of debt to boost GDP by $1. And that is absolutely not sustainable. You can't use debt to solve our debt problem. Vincent?
Well, I'd like to say I'm speechless, but I've been thinking about something else. When you talk about debt, I was talking with a gentleman who works in sales in the automotive industry. And it seems to me that people are taking on more debt than they can stand. And I have a feeling that I can't prove this, John. I was talking with our son about this as well. I was trying to connect these dots. That if you go on Craigslist and you type in, Chevy Silverado, you'll see a whole bunch of almost new, really expensive trucks. I'm talking used $35,000, $40,000, $43,000. That's a lot of money for a used truck. And they're relatively new. They're just a year or so old, maybe 2013, 2014, 2015. Now the question is, how does a truck get used and end up on Craigslist being sold by a dealership like that? How is that possible? Well, the only way I think that's possible, or one of the ways that seems most likely, is that people are defaulting on their loans. Those trucks are then repossessed, and then they end up on Craigslist and on dealers' lots and so forth. Me, I look for a new truck, and I bought a brand new truck, John. Well, new to me. It's a 2004. Now, to me, that's a new truck for $3,000. I paid $3,000 because I absolutely positively need a pickup truck here at the farm. I have to have one. And right now, it's less expensive for me to buy that used pickup truck than it is to replace the engine or rebuild the engine in my other truck where the diesel engine blew. I had a head gasket blow, which means I have to remill the head to take the warp out of it, because the head gasket doesn't just blow. It's usually the head warps and then the head gasket fails. So I don't have time to do that. So I thought, well, I can buy a used truck for $3,000 and use that for a while. And if I want, I could sell that and I'll always be able to get $3,000 out of this used truck. And then I can fix my truck that had the engine failure, and then I'm back in business again. But what I'm seeing is people, I believe, are spending more money than they have, John. That's what I think I'm seeing. Does that make sense?
Well, we've been put in a position, it used to be that, the man of the house went out and worked, the woman stayed home, took care of the house and the kids. And then it got so expensive that husband and wife had to work. And now it's gotten so expensive that, even borrowing isn't enough. People are, multi-generations of families are moving in together, or in some cases, even total strangers are moving in together because that's the only way they can save money.
Yeah. And that brings to mind the point of cosigners on loans. And I'd like to share with our class today that if you're being asked to cosign on a loan, I talked about this with our son over the weekend, and I said, so what do you think about cosigning on loans? Just generically. He wasn't looking at borrowing money. I brought it up to him. He said, it's crazy to cosign on a loan for anyone who is not an immediate family member. Now think about that. So if you co-sign on a loan, it's not like you're saying, you know what, I think Joe's a really good guy and I'm going to sign on the dotted line, attesting to Joe being a good guy. No, if Joe can't pay the note, you get to pay it. And your credit gets dinged in a major way for like 7 years if you don't pay for this note that you co-signed on. I would say you've got to be almost nuts to co-sign on a loan for someone who's not a family member. And that's what's happening in this economy. And that's why we have these trucks on the market. How many of you want to learn how to dig up bugs, worms, and raise crickets for food? Do you prefer to eat them dried and crunchy or while still alive? Well, you won't have to if you can defend your food supply from predators. You may want to get an AR-15 kit from guns80.com and build your own AR-15 rifle from a kit. If you can legally own a rifle, you can purchase this AR-15 kit. If you're handy, you can complete the rifle in about an hour. The kit comes with all the parts you're going to need to build your rifle, but you'll need a drill press. And survivalists need one anyway. The Guns80.com team purchased the same used floor-standing drill press that I have for $100. You can too. And when you're finished, you'll have a paperwork-free AR-15 rifle, a drill press, drill bits, and the knowledge to maintain your AR-15 rifle, all for less than you expect. So if you want a paperwork-free AR-15 parts kit like mine, visit Guns80.com, Guns80.com, and let the unprepared have our share of the bugs.
Everyone says or does something silly once in a while, but once that embarrassing thing is on the internet, it can spread like a terrible rash. Put it to rest. Get a free expert analysis today from Reputation.com. It only takes 30 seconds. 800-831-0771. We protect your online image by helping to make sure that when people search for you or your business, they find the most current, accurate information possible. Reputation.com, because word travels fast. Call for a free analysis today. 800-831-0771. That's 800-831-0771.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
Do you have difficulty taking supplements? Are you searching for a high-quality, complete nutritional drink that your whole family will love? NutriMedical's Life Support has arrived. All of your daily nutritional requirements in one quick, delicious drink. Dr. Bill Deagle's Life Support is a proprietary blend of vegan protein, activated vitamins, essential minerals, amino acids, probiotics, green tea, digestive enzymes, anti-inflammatories, cancer prevention, detoxification, and much more. Your body will high-five you for this one. Life Support is the best complete nutritious delicious meal replacement on the market. Whether you are an elite athlete, have post-operative challenges, chronic illness, elderly, or a family that just wants a quick, delicious drink, try Dr. Bill Deagle's Life Support for optimized nutrition in one great tasting smoothie. Just add cold water, almond milk, fruit, or anything else you like. NutriMedical's Life Support. Try our great tasting chocolate or vanilla today. Call 888-212-8871 or visit us online at NutriMedical.com. NutriMedical.com for the whole family.
Hey, Berkey Guy here. Are you still drinking unfiltered tap water? Does your water contain chlorine or fluoride? Will you have drinkable water in an emergency? The Berkey Guy is here to help you remove these and other potential contaminants from your water, thus helping you drink clean, purified water. We offer Berkey water purification systems at the lowest available prices online. Don't go another moment without Berkey system. Over the last 10 years, we've helped thousands drink clean, purified water. Join them by visiting goberkey.com or call me, the Berkey Guy, at 877-886-3653. That's 877-886-3653.
Did you know that drinking pure, high alkaline water is one of the most important factors in maintaining high energy and vibrant health? Most experts agree that the water you drink should be at a pH level of 8 or higher. AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops, available only at alkavision.com, combine a unique formula of only the most alkaline minerals. AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops alkalize your water, ridding the body of harmful toxins, and helps you regain health and energy. Alkalizing your water by simply adding 10 drops of AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops helps the body rid itself of acidic waste, increases oxygen content, and raises the pH of your body to healthy levels. And bacteria and viruses cannot survive in an alkaline high pH environment. Order your bottle of AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops for only $29.95 at alkavision.com. That's ALKAvision.com. Or call 269-409-1776. 269-409-1776. Alkalize your body. Supercharge your health at alkavision.com today.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state in back taxes, you know they'll never stop coming after you. With bank levies, wage garnishments, they'll even seize your home or business. The good news? A government program for tax debt forgiveness. It's called the Fresh Start Initiative.
I'm Paul Sibley with U.S. Tax Shield. We can help navigate the new laws, get you protected, and resolve your tax issues permanently.
Call the experts at U.S. Tax Shield now for your free consultation and get a guaranteed quote to resolve your case. Call 800-436-6451. That's 800-436-6451.
Captain John Regan's with us, the financialstateoftheunion.com. John, very quickly, I wanted to let you know that I was on the phone this morning for the broadcast with one of our instructors in Europe. And we're talking about diesel fuel. And what's happening is because of the temperature, the very unusual warming, 90 to 100 degrees at this time in Europe, that diesel fuel, the bacteria is growing in diesel fuel. And it may be causing some problems. So for those of you who have diesel vehicles, you may want to look into some kind of remediation. So we're looking at will kerosene work, and we believe that 1 to 100 ratio of adding kerosene, 1 part kerosene to 100 parts diesel fuel to absorb the water, to bind the water in the kerosene, and the kerosene gets bound to the diesel. Then you can just burn the diesel as normal. But we're looking at the bacteria that is forming in the bottom of these diesel fuel tanks because of the bacteria, because of the water, because of the warm temperatures. So it may be a problem, and I have to check that on our tanks. Just you may want to take a look at that and see if your tanks have bacteria growing. What you can do is you can stick a stick in the tank and wipe it along the bottom of the tank, pull the stick out and see if you have this black sludge and see if you have more than you think you should have. If you do, then the next thing is we need to treat it with an insecticide. And we'll get into more of that later as we learn more about what to do. John Regan, back to you.
I've got a couple of articles in the employment section, Clueless or Evil and the Cost of Working, that help to explain the situation we're in and how it's going to be so difficult to try to add jobs and add pay. The first one goes to an article titled "Our Government Destroy Your Jobs," and there's a report in there of an entrepreneur that wanted to open a bagel shop and employ 6 people, and he finally gave up because the regulations of trying to open that shop and the cost of those regulations was just beyond what he could handle. And the other one talks about the problem of the welfare state. And they've got the chart doesn't necessarily help. It's a very busy chart, but it points out, and this narrative is underneath that chart, and this is based out of Chicago, where if you had a single mother of two, going from $12 an hour to $18 an hour would be just absolutely disastrous for her. Because given the benefits that she gets as a single mother, at that $12 an hour rate, she's seeing basically a lifestyle of over $63,000 a year. Going to $18 an hour, that would drop to just over $38,000 a year, dropping over $24,000, over $2,000 a month. And she would actually have to make $38 an hour just to get back to her lifestyle, recovering from that welfare cliff. So they've designed it so people cannot afford to better themselves. Vincent?
Well, I've been a slumlord. I didn't start out as a slumlord, but I bought some buildings back in the 1980s, and I put tenants in them. I rehabbed them, made them really nice. They were great buildings. My tenants turned me into a slumlord by destroying the buildings, and I can tell you that we had a 30-year-old mother who moved in with her 15-year-old daughter. They're both on welfare. Who had the 15-year-old daughter had a daughter. And then the grandmother of the daughter moved in. So we had 4 generations of welfare in one building. I've seen it. I've absolutely seen what you're talking about. And this was in 1980. 4 generations of welfare. We're in so much trouble. It's unbelievable. 360 degrees of threats. That's what we talk about here on USAPrepares.com. And, people who are honest, and we advocate being honest and having integrity. Those of us who are at a disadvantage because there are so many people lying, cheating, stealing, and clawing their way through the system. John Regan, thanks so much for being with us. Meet up tonight, class. Above all, honesty and integrity. What happens next is up to you. By now, you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPrepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
Honey, why are there fish swimming in our bathtub?
Aren't they cute? You need more omega-3s, and those fish oil pills with toxins and heavy metals are scary. So I'm making fish oil from scratch.
Oh boy, didn't I tell you I'm ordering Nutrigold fish oil? It's exceptionally pure.
That's what they all say.
No, really. Nutrigold's fish oil is concentrated from pure cold water fish straight off the Alaskan coast and manufactured right here in the USA.
Well, cold Alaskan waters are much more pristine than the polluted waters that other fish oils are sourced from.
That's what I'm saying. And it's 5-star certified to meet international purity, potency, and freshness standards.
Well, that sounds even better.
Great. I'll be in my office ordering a few bottles. If I order now on www.fishoil.best, I can save $5 using the promo code MyFishOil. Honey, why are there bees in my office?
Get rid of those fish burps for good. Go to Nutrigold's US-made fish oil products by going to www.fishoil.best and get $5 off by entering MyFishOil